Good morning, Preps. It's time for Friday's reading, and it's the same book that we've been reading, How the Birds Got Their Colours. But today we're going to be looking at the setting. And the setting is very important in stories because it tells you the place where the story is happening. So I'm going to read the story. We're going to look throughout the book. You will find that the setting might change a bit. So you have a look and see if you can see how the setting changes. Let's go with How the Birds Got Their Colours. This is the story of how the birds got their colours. Long, long ago in the dream time, when the land and the animals were being made. Now, perhaps that is part of the setting. When it says long, long ago, that means it's not now. It didn't happen yesterday. It happened a long time ago. So that's part of the setting. Also, look at the red sky and look at the black bird.
And it says the dream time too.
Oh, the dream time, which is a little bit of a different place than here. It's Australia, but it's sort of in a sort of magical Australia, isn't it? Absolutely. All of the birds were black, all one colour. Here they are, till, oops. One day, a little dove flew around looking for food. He flew down to the ground to catch a big, juicy grub. Now, part of the setting is that the bird is flown down to the ground. So now, right on the ground. But instead, he landed right on a sharp stick.
Ooh.
Ow! It pierced his little foot and it made him very sick. Oh dear. For days he lay on the ground in pain. His foot swelled up. He was dying. Oh, poor little dove. And look at this setting here. All his mates gathered around to see how they could help. Look at all the trees and the grass. All except Crow.
Ooh.
He's not helping, is he, Mrs. Mountain?
No.
He just wandered around with his hands behind his back. Suddenly the parrot rushed forward and with her sharp beak burst the little dove's swollen foot. Here we go. You ready for it to burst, Preps? Look at that. It's amazing, isn't it, Mrs.
It is.
Colour splashed out all over the parrot. Red and green and blue ran down her chest and wings and tail. It splashed out all over the other birds. Some got red, some got brown, some blue, and some yellow. Some got spots, some got stripes. All got colours. All except Crow, who was standing away from the others. Crow got no colour at all. So that's how the birds got their colours. They're back up into the sky again in the dream time. And as for Dove, he soon got better, thanked the parrot, and was able to fly away. Happy that he didn't have his swollen foot anymore. And there we are back into the sky. So there's lots, the setting changed a little throughout the story, didn't it, Preps? But maybe we'll go and draw a setting in our book, in our workbook, which you've got at home. So let's go and we'll come here and let's draw the setting because this is what you're going to do at home. Now, I'm looking at all the colours here, Mrs. Mac.
Oh, yes.
They're not quite the ones that I want in that one, so let's have a look in this one. We need reds. Are there any reds here?
We need black for
We
black
need black.
birds.
We need, oh, there's a bit of black there. There were some greens and browns for the trees. There's a red. We need reds and oranges and trees. There we go.
All right. Let's see
Ooh.
what you come up with.
Let's have a look at the brown. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, now, I did like how that. What colour was the sun, Mrs. Mac? Was it a kind of red, yellow with the red all around? I feel like it was. I feel like
The sky was very red. I don't even know if we saw the sun. It was just a really red,
red
sky.
sky. It was. Go and have a look for me,
We will.
Mrs. Mac.
I'm going to flick through this book and have a bit of a look.
Let's have a look, because that's part of our big.
Oh, no, you're
Was
right.
there a sun in there?
Yeah.
I thought there was a sun
Yellow
in
with a
there.
little bit of orange in the middle.
Yeah.
And a red sky. Very red, not blue. And the blackbirds. Good
doing-
recall, Mrs. Bella.
Yeah, I thought it did, but I needed to check. So perhaps you might want to do when you're drawing your setting as well. You might want to check that. But I wanted to get the colours right because the colours are so important in Dreamtime stories. They're as important as other things. And the setting is, as we said, in the Dreamtime, which was long, long ago.
Big solid colours.
Big, solid, bold colours, aren't they? And as you say, there was some orange in the middle there.
You might need to get some of the birds in before
Well,
you
I
do
was
this.
thinking,
Yeah,
yes.
then you can colour
Make
around
them bit thicker.
Mm.
Because they were kind of thick, weren't they, the blackbirds
Yeah.
in the sky?
And it's great. You can draw an M. An M
Yes.
is an easy way to
Oh,
do a
the
bird.
birds. The birds are so... They're Mrs. Ballard can even do the birds, perhaps.
Yeah, don't tell your parents, but we've got an easy way for drawing birds and you can show it off to them.
Yeah. You can say, I did this. All right, so we had lots of red, and they were all up in the sky. And that was kind of in the dream time, all these stories, all that red. That's almost like, oh, that red's run out on me, and I think this one's going to too. But then they went down to the ground, and there was a whole lot of trees, weren't there? And I think you do the
Trunks,
trunks like that, and then just do
swirls.
swirls, and because Australian trees they're not like perfectly round, are they?
No.
They have little leaves coming off, so you can just do swirls like that coming off the top. You can do branches in there if you want to. It's up to you. You can even use different greens too, because that green's a bit bright for Australian colours, so you might introduce some of those more olive greens, aren't they?
I think there was some green on the ground too.
Oh, there was definitely, wasn't there?
Green
There was
grass, green shrubs.
green bushes, that's right. And there was a good deal sort of just there, wasn't
Yeah.
there? Like that. And then there was...
You can
those.
even draw the big stick that caused the problem.
Oh, that's a good idea, that sharp...
And a little grub
Stick.
near it, maybe?
Oh, the little grub. Oh, I'll get that one. The little grub was like, run away. He had a big eye too.
You did.
There
Massive
he
eye.
is. There he is. Run away. And there's that sharp, pointy stick.
Yeah.
Let me just do a bit more green here. So this is all sort of the setting, isn't it? It's in a forest. It's in the sky. There's the sun.
When you've done preps, then you can start to label the picture.
You
Get some of
can.
those words in.
That's right. No, there's lots of bark. Sometimes there's a bit of bark on the ground. Labelling. Oh, I need a good
Writing pencil.
writing pencil.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not a good one. Oh, I know I'll find one somewhere. There we go. Oh, it's a tiny one, but at least it's working. All right, so we could label.
Yep.
So, first thing I would label is sky. So it's got
Ooh.
sk, but I know it's a K.
Mm.
Sk. And then it's one of those tricky ones where the Y is making the I, the
sound.
long vowel sound. So sky.
Mm-hmm.
Or birds. You could use your thrust chart to work out birds, couldn't you, Mrs. Mac?
Yeah,
Because
I
it
think
isn't the
bird
bird
is
is
on
on the thrust chart.
Oh,
Yes.
there it is.
I think it is. So I think you could do that.
Get your thrust
Bird.
chart out. You've got a copy at home.
Yeah, you do. Bird. Sun. Well, I'm not going to tell you how to write sun because I know perhaps you know how to write sun.
3 letters, 3 sounds.
You can
Stretch
stretch it out. Absolutely. So here we go. Sun. Tree. Now that's got a blend at the start.
That is a tricky
That
one.
is a tricky one because everyone hears ch, but
Yeah.
actually it's
Yeah.
making the tr. It's a blend. So tree, and that's a digraph making the e sound. Tree. Oh, I think I'm gonna. Was it a worm?
Grub. A
Grub.
grub. Oh,
Oh,
and
grub.
you could stretch that out, perhaps, that one.
Oh,
G.
a b. Yes. Grab. There we go.
And have
Ooh,
a go.
stick.
Yeah.
Stick might be tricky.
Have a go at stretching. I think you could do it.
It's got a digraph at the end.
Oh,
Stick. And there's other things you could do. Bush.
yes.
And you could do grass. There's all sorts of other things you could do. So there's my drawing of the setting in how the birds got their colour. I wonder what yours will look like. See you, Preps. Bye.